There were supposed to be 2 abortion amendments being discussed this morning here on the Hill by lawmakers, but they only got to the first one before the meeting was adjourned. But before it was all over, it was a fairly spirited discussion. House Bill 364, sponsored by West Jordan Representative Steve Christensen, would mandate that abortion providers perform an additional ultrasound 72 hours prior to the procedure and would require doctors to give the woman seeking an abortion the chance to hear and see that ultrasound. Christensen claims that 84% of women in the U.S. who were surveyed who had an abortion later claimed they didn't receive adequate information about the fetus prior to their procedure. Christensen, in his words, says a picture is worth 1,000 words and that his bill is simply about strengthening informed consent. Many doctors, however, strongly disagree.
Providing the best information to women, respecting them, acknowledging the difficult decision that they oftentimes need to make with regard to whether or not to receive an abortion is the best thing to do.
There is no medical indication for an additional ultrasound 72 hours prior to a termination. This bill would require me as a practicing obstetrician to go against the standard of care.
Another part of Christensen's bill would mean that doctors who don't comply with the law, if it were to pass, could be subject to civil and criminal penalties, including fines that would start at $100,000 for a first offense. But for now, the whole thing is a moot point because just as the public comment was wrapping up, the meeting was adjourned. It will no doubt be taken up at a later date. At the state capitol, Scott McCain, Fox 13 News, Utah.